Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Spire. We're playing a Silent who just made it through Act 2. And we're about to move on to Act 3. It's the Time Eater! I mean, on the one hand, that makes the corpse explosion that we just got added to the deck, like, not as good as it could have been. But on the other, you know, if there's one final boss you want to face when you took Choker, it's Time Eater, because the ability to play many cards is something that will not benefit you anyway. So on the whole, like, it's not too bad. What's our pathing look like? Probably want to skip elites. Wouldn't mind hitting a shop, but I'm not like dying to. You kind of have to fight an elite, either this one, or both. In fact, if you fight this one, you must fight another. No, you can go around like this. Okay, so I guess we'll fight this one right at the end. Kind of, sort of would rather fight one earlier rather than later, I think, but maybe not. I don't have a choice anyway, really. Well, I could go here, here. Maybe that is better. You still get, like, 2 fires. And just one elite. And you hit a shop. It's kind of early, but this one also has an early shop. Here you get 2 fires and 1 elite, but the elite is later. I think I'll take this side, actually. Grab the shop, fight 1 elite, get 2 fires. Seems okay. And there's a fire right after the elite, which will help a lot, hopefully. Well, hopefully I don't need it, but that seems unlikely. Whoa, that is a lot of damage you guys are putting on here, huh? I guess I'll just block and block and block and block. Like, I'm not... Oh, all out attack, huh? Well, it could be a thing. I think I should Sucker Punch somebody. It's as good as a block, really. I can play 3 more cards. 20. They're attacking for 26. Well, I mean, I could see what this draws. Might get me a neutralize. And I could still... No, I couldn't play it. I want to defend anyway, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have trouble dealing with these exploders, though, in time. Okay. Skill potion? Okay. What an awful skill potion. I don't know. I mean, expertise, draw a bunch of cards. I could only play one of them, but I get to pick. Okay. I couldn't even play any of them. God, I'm dumb. Alright, well, at least I got a Survivor Plus instead of a Defend, right? I think just get this Malaise out of the deck. It's going to be too late for it to do anything, and I don't want to draw it again anytime soon. Okay. You are at 14. I can deal 9... plus 4 to you. So I guess a vulnerable potion is in order. Now I'm only getting hit by 1 of the exploders. That's something, I guess. Still gonna hurt a lot. Don't want to play any of this. I just want, like... Sure. Blur. That lets me get in an attack. Actually, both attacks? And Corpse Explosion looks like a finisher? Yeah. Okay, well, took like 50 damage that fight. Nah, 40. Well, it was actually only like 35, but still, that's a lot. Pass on all this. Yeah, I don't want Piercing Wail. Oh my god, you're gonna heal me to full HP? Or I could gain a bunch of gold right before a shop? I'm pretty sure I need to heal. Like, gold is cool, but have you ever tried being alive? Catalyst? Leg Sweep. A card I specifically asked for some time ago. Kind of seems like I should take that. Yep. So, I could remove a card from my deck, or I could buy a Catalyst. Let's just remove a Defend. Catalyst is like... especially against Time Eater. Like, if I were against one of the other two bosses, I would consider Catalyst. But against Time Eater, like, if you get her below half health, she regens to half health and removes all debuffs. So the poison goes away. So it's only good if you can get her from, like, not dead to actually dead, like in a gigantic burst. Which can happen, but I don't think you usually have that much poison that quickly. So I think it would mostly be wasted. And against, like, a lot of the fights in Act 3, Catalyst is pretty meh. So, I don't know. I think I'll pass. And just remove an unupgraded card. Like, I could remove the Strike and keep a Defend. Blocks are good. But having, you know... One of the problems with a Noxious deck is that you don't really control when enemies die. You just are, like, constantly outpouring damage and they die when they die. Strike sort of helps with what you might call spot removal of, like, okay, this enemy is close to being dead and I can finish them. Which, especially with like a Corpse Explosion, could be pretty important. So I think I'll keep it and just get rid of this Defend instead. Huh. Well, I just went to a shop and there are no more, so I don't want Normality. Upgrading all cards seems pretty good. Like, all my cards are bad. Like, I have a lot of unupgraded cards, right? 2 Defends, Prepared, Quick Slash, Blur, Sucker Punch, Malaise, Bane, Poison Stab, Backflip, All Out Attack, Alchemize, Leg Sweep. Like, that's a lot of upgrades. But not being able to heal is pretty scary. Fighting a boss from Act 1, like, should be fine, but the question is, like, is this better? I mean, we have 3 more campfires coming up, and I kind of want to rest at all of them, so I think it is not better. I think I will fight a boss from Act 1. It's the Guardian. Well, I have 4 attacks. This is sort of an attack. It costs 2. Kind of a bummer, but I think I still play it. We got a bunch of poison in there, so we don't even have to worry about taking damage this turn, and we can just drop a giant Malaise. I don't think you should have gotten this block. I don't totally understand the rules for when you are allowed to have block. You're already weak, so the neutralize isn't really doing much. Let's just draw some more blocks. Oh, or all my Noxious. That's pretty cool. I don't really need this Leg Sweep as much as I need the Noxious Fumes. Random potion time. It's a skill potion. Great. I guess. Being attacked for 4, so I can afford to use both of these attacks. You're already poisoned for 20. And you're attacking for 0? Oh, because you lost 4 strength and you're weak. What a dummy. Oh man, okay, sure. Let's just keep him weak then. Alright, this is our dream boss. Let's see, you will transform when attacked for 14 more. So I'd like to poison stab before I bane. And then I might as well apply 9 more poison. Don't really want to draw any of this right now, so I won't calculate a gamble away to defend. I mean, you're sort of just like super dead, right? This poor guy never stood a chance. I don't know why I'm even attacking. I guess because I can finish him without him getting to... without even having to wait for the poison, but I can't. He ended up with 1. Oh well. Maximum overkill. Peace pipe. A little late. Blur Plus looks fantastic. It's looking kind of like a double Noxious and a leg sweep. Yeah. That defends and also makes this guy weak. So why wouldn't you? I don't know, maybe draw a neutralize? Nope. Oh, corpse explosion, my best friend. Maybe I should have been more thoughtful about losing that. It was a 1 in 19. Corpse explosion would have been pretty good, but actually they'll all die around the same time anyway because of Noxious. Probably. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll play this all-out attack. Why not? I take some damage here, but I wasn't really going to be able to fix that very easily. Maybe I could have just calculated gamble and played fewer attacks. I don't know. Obviously, I could have. Would it have been good? That's the main question. You're attacking me for 18, so I think I should block for 18. And get a potion. It's a power potion. Okay, that's one of them down. I can weaken the other two and then blur and malaise, I guess? Well, what if I did this? I'm still getting attacked for a lot, though, right? Like, if I deal 16 damage, you're still not going to die from poison or anything, so I should actually take this skill potion. I mean, adrenaline? Draws 2 cards, which might be blocks. And if not, like, it's just a bigger malaise, so sure. They were blocks. I mean, what more could you ask for? I get to play 5 more cards? I see 5 cards that I'm reasonably interested in playing. And I think just this malaise is better than a sucker punch. Yeah, down they go. I mean, we finally get the corpse explosion dream, right? I don't know, I should have put it on this guy, actually, because then I could... It doesn't matter, but like in case I'm confused about the order in which dying and regrowing resolves, it could have mattered. Do I want a bouncing flask? I think not. This spends half a turn for like as much poison as Noxious Fumes is generating for free every turn. I think I'd rather just block more. And outmaneuver, obviously not so great with Choker. Why do I only have 61 max HP? I guess because I took that event that healed us to full and lost 9. So a rest here is not all that great, honestly. I could consider doing something else. Even though resting does like add a card, so there's that. Like I could lift, but that doesn't seem very good. I mean, I could toke away a defend. Or my prepared, which honestly has been like absolute garbage all game. It just like costs me a card to play and doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is like a curse. Well, no, because as long as it doesn't interfere with Choker, it like didn't really cost you anything. As long as it doesn't interfere with Choker and you don't mind discarding a card. Yeah, and it has been worse than nothing most of the time. So that would be a good card to toke. What if I wanted the Smith? What would I upgrade? The other Blur? Leg Sweep? That'd be pretty cool. Backflip? Also pretty cool. Maybe backflip is the best answer I have. I have 2 blurs now. Getting more block is pretty good. I think I'll try that. Where are you? Backflip. Alright. This guy, huh? Well, let's see. I probably want to alchemize. I want to play an attack, I want to draw, and I want to play something I drew. So I'll draw first. Sucker Punch or Blur? They're both sort of reasonable. An Ancient Potion. I think I only get to block one of the effects, but I'll still take it. Actually, maybe Poison Stab is the worst thing in hand, right? Like, Blur is Blur and Sucker Punch. Oh wait, Sucker Punch doesn't even weaken him. Because he's not attacking this turn, and it's not Sucker Punch plus. Okay, so I'll just forget the Sucker Punch. Okay, yeah, he did get me with the Frail. But I think the other one would have been vulnerable, and at least I blocked that. Noxious Leg Sweep. Well, maybe I don't want the Leg Sweep. I definitely want the Noxious. The question is, which is better? To weaken him next turn, or to apply 9 poison? When I say that question out loud, I think the answer is pretty clear. It's better to give him 9 poison. Because, like, okay, being weak next turn is pretty great, but we're quite likely to weaken him next turn anyway. And this way he has 9 more poison. Okay, I mean, giant Malaise, sure. I'm glad he didn't attack this turn. Leg Sweep clearly would have worked out less well than what we did. Quick Slash first, I guess. A lot of weakening. And more Noxious. I take some damage, but not much I could have done about it. I mean, I could have, but it was important to get all those other things played, I think. Maybe I could have skipped the Neutralize, since I already had a ton of weakness on him. Yeah, the Neutralize was probably wrong. I could have calculated Gamble to throw that away and maybe drawn something. As it happens, I wouldn't have drawn anything useful, so... I want... Oh, it let me target it for some reason. That was a weird bug. Huh. Oh, whatever. 3 times 3, huh? I'm not scared of you one bit. I was hoping for a blur there. I've never heard him make that noise, the biting noise. I guess we just, like... These are the same, aren't they? Discard a card, then draw a card. This is draw a card, then discard calculated gamble. Yeah, it's the same. Well, we got it in the Sucker Punch, sure. I mean, that's 20. I'll just leg sweep and blur, and now I win, but I'll put in another attack just for fun. Let's blow him up. Infinite Blades plus well-laid plans. Now, retaining a card could be pretty cool, couldn't it? But of course, that's another power that you have to play to get things started. It does nothing for a little while. What exactly would I want to retain and why? I mean, you want to retain excess block for turns when you're blurring, right? That's the main thing? Or... yeah, that's the main thing, I think. Or maybe an attack to activate Art of War, as I've discussed earlier in this run. I guess it's good enough to take. Tactician doesn't seem very good. Infinite Blades plus... not really a thing I'm very interested in. With the choker and all. Power Potion. Remember, by the way, playing this Power Potion does count as a card, so it's not necessarily, like, most of the time, if you want to play a Power Potion, you should do so immediately, because it might give you something that's useful this turn. But here, if it doesn't give you something that's useful this turn, it might actually be better to wait till next turn. That said, though, like, I have plenty of stuff to spend cards on, right? I'll easily be able to spend all my energy, even if I play a free power. All-out attack looking quite good, by the way. Thousand cuts? I mean, it's not much, but there's a big group of them, and dealing, you know, up to 6 damage every turn to all enemies is pretty great, I guess. I think I will take the well-laid plans. I want a blur. And I think I want to leg sweep the boss in case it attacks me. And then we'll just all-out attack. I'll keep these. Amazing. Corpse Explosion on this guy's pretty great, isn't it? That just, like, takes care of the both of these minions and does all 3 of these minions? Wow. And then I can just, like, alchemize this turn. Got an Essence of Steel. Sure. I wonder if I should have... No. I was thinking if I should have chosen to retain that, but no, that's silly because we're letting the weakness ride anyway. Yeah. Sure. That was like the greatest Corpse Explosion. Solved a lot of problems very quickly. I don't have any Noxious down yet, huh? I mean, I think I should have some. It's a lot of damage. What negative effect do these guys apply? I'm not even sure. I must have missed it earlier. I mean, if I hit you for 6 and then baned you, you'd be dead. But I still take a lot of damage from this person. I mean, I guess that's the best I can do, really. Okay. Alright, now I can just like play more noxious, more weak, and a blur? Malaise on the boss is like amazing, isn't it? Like, it doesn't quite deal with this guy, but... I think, like, making them lose 4 strength is pretty useful. And I can just carry over a lot of defend. Ah, they add a wound. You're very nearly dead here, so any little thing will be enough. I guess I might as well start with a backflip. Corpse explosion, that's a good trick. And then just double blur to carry over block for a while. Sure. Yeah, just keep the defense. We're blurry. Alright, finally we get a chance to play some attacks. Oh my god! I forgot I have blur. I was like, okay, I can stop now, but I still have blur from last turn. I should have played these 2 defense. Probably this one as well. It's gonna be fine, but I feel pretty dumb. Is it gonna be fine? I need to deal 10 damage to you? Well, I can do that. Let's do some extra just in case. Okay, not too bad for an elite fight. Start with thorns. Alright, that's fine. Pass on all this. Flying knee is okay, but like, I don't usually have a bunch of energy woes. Maybe it's fine. Nah, I don't know. Like, would I rather play a flying knee or a poison stab? That's a good question, like, to gauge like how much I still wanted in my deck. I think I would usually rather play a poison stab. I guess I'd rather play a flying knee than an unupgraded sucker punch. But like most of the cards in my deck, I would rather play over flying knee at this point. Obviously, like when you can afford to play an attack, flying knee is a pretty good one. Because next turn you'll have more energy. But you can't always spend that energy, so it's not even that amazing. I think I'll just skip. We're clearly resting at this campsite. Start with an attack in hand. Neutralize? Probably. Like, it's really quite great to have a neutralize at the beginning of the combat when you have, like, so many cards that you can always spend your energy anyway, and you get to weaken people. Hit me up with a rest, please. Sucker Punch Plus. I feel like I already have enough single target weakening, right? Like I don't really need another. I have the 2 Sucker Punches, a Neutralize, and a Malaise. I ought to be able to keep most single enemies weak, which is what I'm thinking about the most with this upcoming boss. But I could take another, maybe. I mean, Bane Plus, that's also like just 20 damage. Pretty cool. I clearly don't want the choke. We just don't play enough cards for that. But these other 2, I'm not sure. It is really useful. Oh, I also have Leg Sweep. Ugh, okay. I probably don't need another Sucker Punch. I'll take a Bane. It's fine. 1 energy, deal 20 damage. I'll take it. Obviously not going to fight an Elite for this fire. Lose all-out attack over a Deflect Plus. I think that's fine. All-out attack, like, has sort of seen its day already. We only have a couple of possibly multi-target combats left. I'll pass. I'll pass on keeping this card, which is to say I will actively remove it. Lose all gold for a relic. Well, I don't have any more use for my gold, so help yourself. It's the Red Mask. Who could have guessed? Yeah, weaken enemies at the beginning of combat. Sure. I love enemies who are weak. Not so excited about this guy, but at least we can do a lot on this first turn. $18 is fine. I could poison stab him. I would get some poison in, that's kind of nice. But I think I'd rather just blur over a bunch of spare block. Oh my god, I have the bronze scales. I forgot already. Yeah, that's well-laid plans. And I can't attack him, so might as well just carry over these 2 upgraded defends. Excited to see some Noxious Fumes anytime soon, really. Just the 1 attack, huh? How sad am I about getting a Parasite in the deck? I think I'm pretty sad, given that, like, I can kind of handle any amount of attack he throws at me right now. Yeah, 27's not a big deal, I think. 16. I can get 27 if I pass on the Noxious. Or, I can get 26 if I play the Noxious. I guess I should take the 20... Or no. Right. These 2 cards together are less block than the Leg Sweep. So if I'm spending 2 energy on them, I would play the Leg Sweep. If I'm only spending 1, obviously I play, like, doesn't even matter which one, and I play the Noxious Fumes. And in which case I have like 16, 21 block, and I take 6. I could take an Essence of Steel, I guess. I have Alchemize after all. Yeah, sure. Well, that makes me feel less bad about getting down. I still, like, I lose 1 plated armor, but, you know, at least I was allowed up to 2 cards, and I just forgot to keep the other defend. That was a foolish play. Thoughtless. I still really do not much want a Parasite. 11. What a joker. That's not even a real attack. I mean, I guess I'm leg sweeping. And this doesn't trigger him, so it's probably better than Malaise. Yeah, what I should do is hang on to the Malaise for a more suitable turn. And like, Quick Slash is a way to make him change his mind. Okay. You're really set on that parasite, aren't you? I'm still not a big fan. It's a lot of attack. I mean, I did bring this upon myself. Alright, well, here's me taking some damage, I guess. Whoops. I don't really need another Noxious that badly. I should just take my Malaise when I get a chance and stop messing around. Well, what's my potion? Speed, okay. And it's not a great Malaise, but it'll do. $14. I'm happy to see that number. Let's just, like, not attack him. And we'll just blur over a big old pile of block. Do I need to apply more weak? No. But actually, this is worth more than the 2 defends are, so I guess I will. Yeah, he's close to dead anyway, and a couple attacks might help finish the job. You are at 7 right now, so I'll just apply poison until you're dead. Okay, that fight wasn't too bad. Another poison stab, perhaps? I mean, Heal Hook is, like, basically free every time, but it costs us a card, of course. And that card seems kind of important. Like, if I'm playing a Heal Hook on a turn, then that Heal Hook is sort of 1/6 of my whole turn, right? Maybe more, if, like, I couldn't afford to play 6 cards because of energy constraints. But if I play Heal Hook, I probably can play 6 cards. And, like, would you really want 1/6 of your turn to be deal 5 damage? That's a pretty bad deal against the boss, right? I'd rather do something better with my energy. With my choker. My card resource. So, if I'm taking anything here, I think it's the Poison Stab. But I kind of feel like we have enough poison already against a boss who can heal from poison, so I think I just want to, like, make sure I get to the Noxious and the blocks more often, and I'll skip this. Okay. A bit of a spooky one. They're not really attacking at the beginning, which is sort of bad because all I have is blocks. But I can Tools of the Trade to keep some of them, I guess. Alright, a Noxious Fumes is a good find. I guess I Blur, Defend, Deflect. I can't play all of those. Blur, Defend, Float the Deflect? Okay. I have 12. They're attacking for 37 already. Jeez. Kind of looking at a... Do I need a speed potion here? Like, I have 18 already, plus my 12 is 30. 35 I can get. Well, that's perfect, right? And it leaves me 1 spare energy to Noxious. Or to Bane if I wanted. I don't think I do, but maybe I should. It's 20 damage. Finishing one of these guys off that little bit faster would be pretty cool. But it's really only 14 damage because of the... Well, I could hit this guy, I guess. Probably should. I'm going to. Hit anyone, it should be him. The Noxious makes the fight against all of them end a lot faster, but the Bane makes this guy die soon, so I'm not in as big of a problem. I think I should Bane him. On the other hand, the Noxious means I get extra energy next turn, because I haven't played any attacks. That is maybe enough of an argument in favor of that approach. Also, I forgot, because of Weaken, I don't need to choose. I can do both. Ugh, I don't really want any of these, but obviously it's better to keep them than not. I'll keep the Alchemize and the Malaise. I'm really not going to play. When am I going to play a Malaise in this fight, really? Just give me more defense. Speed potion? Do I need it? 8, 11, it's 19, this is 24. And then I can calculate and gamble the rest. I guess I don't need it. Well, this means I don't take damage. And I get a corpse explosion. That's perfect. Right? They're just all dead now? Nice. Good finish. Snecko Oil. I am not risking my life against the final boss with Choker and Snecko Oil. Oh my word. 1,000 cuts plus? I think that this will pale in comparison to the damage done by Noxious Fumes. And I don't really want to commit to having to play it. It's gonna do what, like 6 damage a turn? Who cares? And it takes up 2 of my energy that I might need to do something more useful. Hang on. Yeah, that's what that card is. Okay, just checking. I mean, it is like a substantial amount of damage, and you know, enemy has what, like 400 health? 10 per turn is like not bad. But I think we'll just be doing so much with Noxious we won't even notice the 1,000 cuts, and I'd rather just not draw it and not spend 2 energy on it. Clear rest here. Apply 5 poison. Acrobatics. Those both seem like they could be playable. I think like just applying 5 poison is kind of cool. I don't know, it's like pretty bad as cards go. But again, since the enemy is like constantly poisoned, if you hit them with 5 poison, then every turn from now till infinity they have 5 more poison than they otherwise would. And like they just take 5 damage every turn forever. Well, when you say it like that, it's kind of just a half a Noxious, or half a 1,000 cuts, right? Which was 2 energy for like roughly 10 damage per turn. This is 1 energy for 5 per turn. Except it cycles and you get to play it again. But like, I don't know. It's less bulky, which means you can play it like together with some other things more easily. I don't know. Again, though, it doesn't really seem that necessary. Like, Noxious is adding more poison than that every turn. But still, like, I mean, the effect is amplified by having Noxious applying poison, I think. I don't usually need acrobatics, I think. Do I? It could be good on turns when, like, all I have is attacks and the enemy is attacking me and I need to block, I guess. Or vice versa, but that I'm less concerned about. And, you know, discarding Prepared or Calculated Gamble are sort of just, like, free. I don't even want them. So, alright, I'll take the acrobatics, I think. 52 health. Here we go. I have a lot of energy to spare, so I guess I'll try an acrobatics. Yeah. Clearly want the Noxious and the well-laid plans. I want to play 3 more cards to get up to 6, so Neutralize will have to be one of them. And I want to play some block, so this will be one. And I want more block, so a defend. I guess it doesn't matter whether I choose to keep this or not. Whatever. I could just calculate gamble all of this. I don't know, the defend plus is kind of fine. Let's just see what we draw here. Leg sweep, great. And then I can play the defend plus as well. No, I'll keep the defend plus. I don't mind taking 1 damage here. I have how many cards to play? 3. That's like a defend, a deflect, and corpse explosion? And we get extra energy next turn, so that's something. Okay, this is a great set of blurs to play. Ah, I should have taken a speed potion earlier. I'm sort of thinking this frees me up for like a big Malaise next turn to carry over a ton of block. And I can also use the Alchemize if I want, soonish. In fact, yeah, okay. Carry over the Malaise and I guess the Alchemize, right? I might want this. No, you're gonna be weak anyway. Yeah, this is fine. $18 damage is a lot, but I have Blur, so it's actually none. I do want the Noxious, though, more than I want a slightly bigger Malaise. I'm at 7 cards. I'd rather have... Would I rather have 5 cards next turn, or 4? How many zeros do I have? Just 1? 2? 3? I'd rather make sure that I don't end up with a 1-card hand. 1-card turn. I should stop caring. This Alchemize has not really done a great job so far. But I'm just waiting for my moment to strike. Alright, you're attacking for 18. I can Blur to carry over this block some more, which is amazing. And I'm playing how many more cards? 3. So this looks like Alchemize, Leg Sweep, Neutralize? You're already really, really weak, so why neutralize? Let's just defend. Or Survivor, I guess. It's a Fire Potion. Well, okay. Playing one further card, and we decided it should be Survivor. Sure. God, I love this Malaise. I'm really sad she's going to cure out of the Malaise at half health, but, you know, what can you do? I could wait until then and then apply the Malaise, but then I'm carrying over this Malaise and waiting for a turn when it's finally good. I don't think that would be a good play. Might as well Acrobatics. Get rid of, like, I really don't care for Calculated Gamble. I wouldn't have put it in the deck if I could help it. I could try to draw a Blur. Well, Backflip is sort of free this turn anyway, so why not? Didn't get the Blur. Oh well. I think we just, you have, okay. Wait. I have 10 additional cards, right? Not 2? Yeah. So I might as well include a Bane in whatever I do. And then I guess a Sucker Punch is fine, and a Poison is fine. Keep carrying big defense for whenever I turn out to finally need them. For example, when I draw my Blur coming up next turn. Yep, seems like a good turn. Blur, big defend, small defend. Did we... Oh, I maybe should have blocked less and applied a Corpse Explosion, because then you would be at below half health and you would choose to heal a turn sooner, instead of making me draw fewer cards, which I think is what you're doing now. So, moral of the story is basically, whatever I do this turn doesn't matter. I could use Blur to carry over some more block, I guess. And I should do that. And, like, I might as well get my 3 cards played this turn. So let's just Blur, defend, carry these over to make sure I can weaken you once you cure your debuffs. Yeah, now you're gonna heal. Do I just pass? Nothing I do matters, right? I could go digging for a Blur, but like that doesn't seem like such a great plan. I'd rather just keep all my cards available for future turns. Am I guaranteed to draw something that weakens you? I have 1, 2, 3 such cards. I'm drawing 12, so no, I'm not guaranteed, so I will keep the Sucker Punch. The fight's about to get a lot harder, though. You're not going to have Malaise anymore, so you gain back, like, a bunch of strength. Although only actually... Do you gain back strength? Right now you actually have positive 2, because you've gained strength so many times. So actually you're no longer Malaised, and you won't cure that as a debuff. Because you don't see it as, like, minus 5 strength and plus 7. She just sees it as, like, plus 2. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Good to know. So this is like still a ton of damage though, so please don't. Now it's like no damage. Easy. No Blur. I guess I could guarantee a Blur, right? If I just like play a defend and then a calculated gamble, I get the Blur. I only get to play one more card. Should it be a neutralize or a poison stab? I think a poison stab. Well, obviously neutralize is better than this piece of garbage. Okay, I do think we're still gonna win. I think the fight's going pretty well. We've got it close to under control. I'd like to continue blocking and blurring. Oh, yeah, carry over the blur, please. Just let the noxious fumes do their work. Right? Like, there you go. I didn't realize I only had 2 cards. Glad it was okay. I mean, what if I just said, draw me 5 more cards? I would get these 5, and they're fine. I'm not gonna have a blur, right? Yeah. Whether I do this or not. And all these defends just don't matter at all. So really, like, Sucker Punch is the only card in my hand. I could play it. Okay. And I'll just pass. Keep a little energy. Keep a card and a card slot. I mean, I'm not really using this Fear Potion anytime soon. Now's as good a time as any, I think. When I have, like, several cards to play against you. And, like, I take a little damage here. First time in a while, but soon the poison's gonna finish you. And in fact, just a Fire Potion finishes you? I didn't play the Fire Potion, but it doesn't matter. You're dead anyway. Alright. And look at that. We even got a key piece. Amazing. I don't want key pieces. We've talked about that before. 1181. That is clearly a high score for me. Why such a high score? We got perfect. Defeat a boss without taking damage. Which one was that? Not the second boss, I tell you that much. It was the first one, I remember. Yeah, Hexaghost. Cool. And we did kill, I guess, several elites, so that's something. But the big difference was the Ascension 12 modifier, of course. Cool. Well, we made it. We're at Ascension 13 with the Silent now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.